I'm gonna go up the steep thing,
Let's go up the steep thing right here.
Yeah, sure.
Phenomenal.
In the spirit of topic, just even coming off the performance that you felt, you've talked about tires already and the 20s. I know that Skylar and Jimmy have theirs configured with 20s. Are you still gonna try and get the 22s? So many people have the question about wheels, tires, and wheels too. And maybe we can just have like a minute or two where we help people decide, or where you shed some light on this.
My go-to would be the 20s.
Yeah.
If you're going to use it off-road at all, you're going to want them. Mm-hmm. And even if it's just to go 2 miles up this path or that path, I would never do that to highway tires. Mm-hmm. And as he said, I think once you drive this, if I'm not mistaken, he may have said it before. I think it was after I'd gone for the ride with him. Mm-hmm. But he said, when you do this, he said, remember, you're on the 20s, you're on the ATs, the all-terrains, and right now, I'm kind of waffling on the 22s. Mm-hmm. That's a nice idea, and I kind of like it. But you're right. The amount of money for what you're getting, the 20s were outstanding on the road, and obviously outstanding everywhere else.
Well, that's cool because I had it configured at 22 because I'm mostly pavement, but these Illinois roads I always joke about are off-road. I do some gravel roads too, and I think I'm going to 20s. Skylar and Jimmy, what are you guys thinking, especially any kind of comments that would help the viewers with tires and wheels?
Yeah, I just think from even a financial standpoint, at least for me, I mean, you open up a lot more tire options with a 20 versus a 22 even, especially even definitely the 21. From an aesthetic standpoint, at least my perspective, I just think the 20 with that 34 by 1 by 10.8 tire fits that wheel well so well at all the suspension heights that we've seen the truck in the R1S.
Well, I was surprised that something as rugged as that sounded so good while we were out on the road, when you were taking the turns, but the grip that they had in the turns and the acceleration. I mean, of course, that car is going to keep it from spinning, but it was a highway tire. It was the best of all worlds.
I'll just say that I predicted for a long time that the performance of the 20s, even with the ATs on the road or on 99% of the scenarios where how people are going to use them are going to be fine. I heard a lot of people say, well, I want 22s for on-road performance. And my take on that is 20s will do more than you ever need or want to do on these vehicles. But like Jimmy said, also the availability and the variety of aftermarket tires, if you did want to move away from an all-terrain, and whether that's people that live in cold, snowy climates and want to be able to put on snow tires, or whether you do want to move away from an all-terrain for whatever reason to an all-season or something different, you can do that with the 20s. You can actually do that with the 22s as well, but the only reason that I would go 22s is if you prefer the look of that wheel or just kind of the overall profile, lower profile sidewall.
Yep, exactly. Those are great
I agree
points.
with that. The thing that I don't like about the 22 is just the fact that with that Pirelli on there, I wouldn't feel comfortable taking it down those gravel roads that Kyle's talking about. It's a rude thing to do to a road tire.
And over those crazy potholes on College Avenue in Normal, Illinois.
I saw those,
Those things are gnarly.
They are there. As far as the even all-terrain tread on that, like my son is going to be a freshman this year, and he is now then noticing cars, of which like the rite of passage at our little high school is a Jeep. There's so many darn Jeeps, and I know that Skylar's a huge fan of that, and I am too. But big knobby all-terrain treads, and the tread even on the all-terrain 20s is not that knobby. I mean it's versatile. It's versatile. Yeah.
It's very
you don't feel it
even.
Go ahead,
even
Scott.
for an all-terrain.
Very tame, yeah. And then what were you saying, Bruce?
Oh, the capabilities of walking up those faces of the Boulder Field and down the other side. They do everything you want them to do off road, but while you're on the road, you do not have the sense that you have an all-terrain tire. And I said before, but to be able to take those corners at speed, those 20-mile-an-hour corners at speed, and just a limited song coming out of them was about it. But I would have expected more. I really would have expected some screaming, but we didn't have it.